I'm getting offered more watches than I can afford to buy. So everything that I was posting on my story the last couple days, that's all stuff that's coming in this week.
Oh. Hey, matching my cart. You gotta do something for me.
No more salary, take this the rest of the year. Just over 100,000. Richard Mille RM 005 in full rose gold.
There's still cupcakes in there in case you guys.
Oh, thank you, George. That's really good for your cutting, huh?
I've already got your rose gold Sundust. It's sitting in the safe, it's wrapped up, it's ready to go. I'm working on the John Mayer right now. I'm looking for the Patek 5164, and just to see what prices, I'm just gonna tell you, don't get your hopes up for that. I don't think the prices are gonna be where you want it to be on that one right now.
So my 3 watches traded in, you'll wire me 15.5 and send me the gold sub.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, dude.
Awesome, man. Not how I normally dress for work. I was gonna go to the gym and I forgot. For those of you watching right now, we are still doing another consignment. We keep forgetting to announce it or like remind them the video. Any more consignments that are in September and October are gonna be entered into a drawing to win a no date Submariner. Guys, before we get the video started, we wanted to make an announcement and let you know that we have decided to go back to the old format where we do a video every single day for the next year. That way you guys get a look inside our lives, both in the office and outside, and it gives you a little more a glimpse into the day-to-day. But we're not gonna do it on YouTube. We're gonna do it on TikTok for sake of time. Any one of you guys that followed us last time, you know that videos went from 5 minutes a day to 20 minutes a day to 40 minutes a day up to an hour, and it just got too much to keep up with. So hop on over to TikTok. We're gonna be posting a 1 to 3 minute video every single day for the next year, starting tomorrow. It's the Timepiece Gentleman on TikTok. Hop on over, follow along. Now let's get to the video. Are these all the ones that came back?
Yeah.
I need, hey Z, would you say white gold or rose gold meteorites are selling at right now in the groups?
What are you talking about?
The meteorite oyster flex? Didn't Trevor say?
I saw one on 82.
Sheesh. A wholesale?
Yeah.
But I mean the wholesale.
Wholesale.
We wouldn't get more than 80?
No.
Since my Instagram account's down, I can't retail. I'm just gonna look at wholesaling some stuff.
This one, I believe you can wholesale this one, great.
Yeah, give me that and the James Cameron. Which one of the Starbucks and the root beers are brand new, and do we own, which ones do we own?
We don't own any Starbucks anymore. We don't own any root beer anymore.
Okay. I have a customer that wants a brand new Starbucks and a brand new...
They're all brand new.
They're all brand new?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think that's a good time for you to go to all the people at the campaign.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post all this stuff first, and then I'm gonna go back and start going through active campaign. This is sold, right?
Which one? Yeah, it's waiting for the strap.
Okay. Liz, you didn't get a strap from Fabian yet, did you?
No.
Okay. Morning.
Is this Anthony?
This is he. How are you, man?
Hi, good. My name is. I've been working with Trevor for the last couple months.
Okay.
You have one of my watches there on consignment. It's the Cartier Dumont Santos.
Yes, that's the skinnier one, isn't it?
And when I turned it in for consignment, I also brought in. I have a 2000 Pepsi. You know, both Cartier and Pepsi are complete, box papers, everything.
2000.
I think I had Z look at it at that time, and I mean, you guys will probably need to look at it again, but he was saying that was the cleanest Pepsi he's seen for a 2000. I'm at a point right now where I'm thinking about just trading in both those watches. Obviously, you have one of mine already, and I'm looking at one of your Daytona two-tone. Trevor was saying that the new one is sold, but you have a pre-owned that's, it says one still in stock. Is that still available?
So the Cartier, I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not gonna, I won't buy that. It's a great watch. It's just, it is a little outside the realm of our normal client base. For me, just based on my client base and what I specialize in selling and what we move the most, I wouldn't trade out of a Daytona into that.
Okay.
Because I'd be getting out of a piece that I can potentially sell for a piece that I can't potentially sell. The price, I don't even know what it would be. I'd have to do some research on it, but I can promise you the price that I would have to pay for that would be way too low for you. The best bet would be,
even combining that with my 2000 Pepsi.
Again, the Pepsi, you know, it's a vintage, it's considered a vintage piece. Vintage is not my specialty. That's, you know, back when I was with Marco, absolutely. We had an expert in that field that had a client base that had a following for that, and he could talk to people about that. Me, when I get vintage pieces in, I send them to someone else, or I refer them to another dealer that I work with here. that's around the corner. Does that make sense? For me to take those two pieces on, the numbers would have to be so low for me that that you would be leaving too much money on the table. So how about we do this? The best way to do that would be to get these two pieces sold and then roll that money into one of my pieces. But to get those sold first, we've got to get them to someone that specializes more in that. Can you text me some pictures of the Pepsi close up where I can see the dial, the bezel, and then any box or papers you have with it? And today I can send those pictures right now to my dealer that works around the corner and see if he has an offer that he would buy them at, or if he has a customer he could flip those to. And if I can get an offer from him, I'll present that to you. And if it's something you want to move into, then we could maybe make a deal like that. It's a 2000 model. Does it have the original papers?
Yes.
Any service paperwork from Rolex?
Never been serviced.
Never been serviced. Okay.
Since I've had it, I think I wore it only a handful of times. It's always just in the safe, So I think that's why when Z saw it last time with Trevor, he was like, "Oh, this is like a super clean 2000." So.
And it's original bracelet, bezel, everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah, send me, that would be a piece he'll definitely have some use for. And then more than likely, he could do something better with the Cartier than I can. So send me those pictures. I'm going to send them over to him right now. And then as I hear back from him, I will, I'll reach back out to you.
Now, question two.
Yes.
If he's not interested in the Cartier, is it worth leaving it on consignment with you guys, or should I just come and pick it up and take it? Because, like you said, it's not really your brand that you really sell.
Can go both ways. I could say yes, it may make sense for you to get it back up or to come pick it up, or we try lowering the price. You know what I was saying is I don't have a market for vintage. I don't have a market for specific pieces, but if my price is low, my reach is good. My reach is big. So people watch me. We have a pretty massive reach on social media, and people see it. And so if the price makes sense and it's lower than someone can find elsewhere, even though it's not my specialty, I sell oddball pieces, but I have to be priced better. Whereas if you go to me to buy a vintage piece and you go to a vintage expert to buy the exact same piece, you're gonna pay more to him because of his knowledge base. For me, I'm gonna have to sell it cheaper because I don't know much about them. I also wanna do some comp searches because I personally feel like that price on that watch is high. I just wanted to, whenever they said we brought it in and that was the price you were requesting, I wanted to give it a chance.
With Trevor, so I think he listed it for like 14.5 or 15.5, and then I lowered it down to 13 or 13.5. Wires 13.
I'm going to do a couple comp searches on that watch. Wait for the pictures on your Pepsi. As soon as I get the pictures on your Pepsi, I'm going to send all of this over to my guy here, and I'm going to see what he says. Once I have an answer from him and an answer from me on the Cartier, I'll call you back and I'll present it all to you, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Liz, can you pull SKU 76, the Cartier? Hopefully it's not this same one, because right here's one for $6,100, $149. Nah, that must be.
Do you have the actual watch?
No, can you bring me that? It's that Cartier Demont. No papers, no card. It says box and papers, but I don't see. 264. These are just instruction booklets. This doesn't have a card. 2649. Let me call this guy back because I want to understand something about these.
Hi, Anthony.
Hey, quick question, because I'm doing a little bit of looking on this Demont. Can you tell me a little about? I don't see a warranty card in here, so I don't have anything that has the exact reference number on this Cartier?
It should be complete. I mean, I bought that new for my wedding back in 2010. So I think that's everything in there.
Yeah, I guess this is the book, but it's weird, they didn't fill anything out on it. Yeah, so this is
in St. Vincent, down in downtown for my wedding. That was my wedding watch, but
oh, you bought it, downtown LA?
yeah, at the St. Vincent building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bought it at a secondary market store, right?
Yeah, like in the St. Vincent building.
Hate to give you some bad news. They duped you, and what they did was they gave you a generic Cartier book. It's stamped from Cartier in Paris. You can see this right here. And they didn't fill anything out on it, which means you can buy these books online. Like I can go on and buy an empty Cartier book, because Cartier doesn't give official, on older watches, they don't give official warranty cards that have the model number and the serial number printed on them. Back in the day, they used to give you booklets, and they just stamp them and they write the information in. So what I think, I'm looking at,
it was my wedding watch, and I just bought it like new at St. Vincent. Yeah, one of those watch dealers, I guess, over there.
I gotcha. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news that this is considered, it's considered a naked watch. I mean, in the sense of naked just means no card. It's got the booklets, it's got the little DVD.
I think I have my receipt for the payment and all that, but I would have to double check unless it's there.
No, it's not here. We don't keep receipts. If you ever come in with one, we give them back because we don't want any personal information out there. So that's definitely going to change the value of the watch, because yeah, this is and I'll send you pictures showing you what I'm talking about. But yeah, what they did was they took a generic book that was already stamped and that went with this style of watch, and they just
pieced it together.
Yeah, basically, because you'll also notice that this booklet, I'm going to send you pictures of this to show you where the information should be, and there's nothing filled out. Now, there would be no reason for Cartier, when they sold this watch, to not fill that out. So.
Oh yeah, no, I totally believe you, because I didn't get it from Cartier.
So unfortunately, that's bad news. So that is going to change the value of this watch. But I was just curious. Do you know much about the Demons? Do you have any idea? Actually, I'm gonna call my guy. I'm gonna take it over there actually, and I'm gonna see what he can tell me about this watch, because
I think I paid. What did I pay? I think I paid like $9,500 for that. So I mean, if I can get close to it or break even, then I guess I'm happy. I don't think that's reasonable.
I don't think that's going to happen. I need to find out the exact model number of this piece, because I'm looking at some here that are the same. They look the same. And they're priced at $7,000, $8,000. I'm trying to find one with a case back. Oh, there we go. I can't see. Let me do some more research. I'm going to see if I can figure out the exact model number. But here's one I'm looking at that looks like the identical watch, and it's listed for $8,000 on Chrono 24, and it hasn't sold. Let me do some looking, and I'll have some answers for you today.
I think my ideal goal was if I can get the Cartier and the Pepsi together and just trade up into maybe like a pre-owned, like two-tone Daytona. I mean, that was my thought, but I don't know if that's feasible or not, like with an even trade or not. Doesn't sound like it so far.
Let me get some numbers. I don't want to make any promises before I know exactly which kind of piece I'm looking at. I don't know enough about Cartier to understand these reference numbers on the back. So let me do some digging, and I'll have an answer for you today.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hey,
well, I'm not done watching you because you're still on television, if you can hear yourself.
That's awesome, man.
Kind of weird, to be honest.
You'd be surprised at how often I call someone on a Monday and they're like, hey, you're calling and I'm watching the video right now, so.
Yeah, I've taken 2 sick days in my life, and one's today, and I decided to push play like an idiot.
Nice. Well, hope you get to feeling better.
This watch came to me from near you. The receipt and everything that I have was from a guy in LA. I sent you as best of videos as I could.
Yeah,
It's about as complete as you can get. There's nothing that's missing.
I'm looking at it right now. The watch looks good.
And I haven't. I had to get all I did was take the Seamaster bracelet off. It still has the plastic on it.
Got it.
And put the blue strap back on at my AD.
Okay.
It's a long story, Anthony. My father was a Snoopy fanatic, and I've been looking for this watch before he passed away with Alzheimer's and cancer, but he passed away in November. Mm-hmm. And I got it, and it brought a different emotion, so I'm not going to keep it. So
okay.
I thought it would do something differently, but I wanted to get it before he passed away so he could have it, and so he did. So
I hear you. So did your last text message, did you say that you wanted to trade that towards the two-tone Sky Dweller that I just got in?
Well, yeah, I think I just watched that Dylan traded one in, or you guys traded one from him that was brand new, right?
Yes, brand new, dated like a week and a half ago. I'll still make we don't have to do a straight trade. I'll make you a fair offer on it. I'll give you, I mean, I took that watch in at 16. It's worth 20. That's just my skill set of buying. So I bought it really good, but I can make money on that one. I'll sell it to you for 18. And like I told you before, I think my buy price on the Snoopy
was 20.
Yeah, so I'll give you my watch and $2,000 for your Snoopy. I make money on my Sky Dweller, then I'll sit on the Snoopy until I sell it, and I'll make a couple more grand there. That's the equivalent of me buying.
About your value, because I can't buy this Sky Dweller new for cheaper than that. You can't buy it for 18 grand. I mean, it's 17.9. I think some MSRP. Is
Right.
That
Right.
But I won't have to pay tax, right? Because I'm trading you something that's more expensive.
Right. So if you break it down, it's literally the same deal. If I sell you my watch $2,000 less than my asking price, if you remember we talked before, you wanted to net 21.5 on the Snoopy if you were going to send it on a consignment. So now I'm going to buy it for 20, but I'm discounting my Sky Dweller $2,000. It's the same thing, only this time now it's an immediate deal. You don't have to wait for me to sell the Snoopy to get cashed out at 21.5.
I agree, but I'm still giving up an extra 500.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just because I buy the Sky Dweller very well.
Yeah, I think you're being about as fair as you can be. It's a question of I'm trading and trading, right? And $2,000 back's better than no grand back. I mean, I just don't want to leave this Snoopy sitting here. I'd rather just you pass it on. I think you're going to make more than you think, but that's what you do. So it's a calculated risk. I don't want it here. So I'd rather. Like I said, if you look through the videos, I sent you everything I got.
I got it, man. It looks good. It's a beautiful set. We sold the same exact thing. The difference with ours, we sold ours 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago for $23,000. The only difference in ours and yours is our Snoopy was sealed in the original package, so the watch physically had never even been touched. But
I'm also that strap. That bracelet is, I think retail was $600-700 as well, and I don't feel like. I mean, if you don't want it, you don't want it, but I don't think you're paying extra for it. So, you tell me what you want me to do with it. I don't mind including it because I think someone may change it.
So if I came up $500 and I gave you my watch, well, again, the problem is how much can I sell that Sky Dweller for quick? Like I can get 19 easy, right? So that's 19. Yeah, so you can't get that watch under retail plus tax. So I'm already like 19,000
I'm
is.
splitting the difference with you. I wanted 1,000. I mean, I'm saying if I just send you my watch, you send me that one in 2,500, and I think that's a fair deal.
There's so many Snoopy on the market right now.
Z's saying no because there's so many of them on the market. There's so many Snoopies on the market right now.
They're 26, 27 grand, 25 grand.
We go
We're
based
also
off.
rolling into the holidays, you and I both know. So someone's going to jump on it for 23.5, 24 grand. You're going to sell it.
I agree with that. You know, my fear of the holidays this year, my fear is that everybody lost so much money at the beginning of the year. Everyone's sitting on their stuff with that same expectation that Q4, everything generally picks up for the holidays. It will do that unless everyone goes and holds their stuff and waits until December to dump it on the holidays.
Well, the car business right now, everybody's holding right now, but December for 30 years I've been doing this. I don't care if an atom bomb goes off. People buy shit in December. I've seen it for. Right now, nobody's buying anything because standard rates are 6.75.
I agree.
And then just shut it down. I think there's somewhere. I think that's got a dip, and what will happen is the car market will put on special APRs in December from obviously the manufacturer, and that will spike that buy. So I'm afraid as well, but I know December will change, and I'll tell you what I'll do, Andy. We've done it before. I'll do 23.50 with the strap. It don't do me any good to keep it.
Z is still, I have to listen to Z. He's still at $2,000 with the bracelet. But I'll tell you what, like, if you do that, the next watch you buy, because his thing is that we don't have a Snoopy, but we also don't have a Sky Dweller. We have $4,000 profit potential in the Sky Dweller.
What's easier to get? A Sky Dweller is easier to get than a Snoopy.
Not at 16.
Well, I get that.
I got that. You got to remember. I have
I
4,000.
get that, but I imagine that if you were going to sell me a Snoopy, it wouldn't be easy to get one at 20 grand. That's just what I think in the condition that this one's in. You tell Z that for $250 you can have the band, and that's it. I'm not doing anything else.
For the sake of keeping your business here in LA.
For our wash press 25,
Yeah. No, 2250.
2250.
2250.
And then with the bracelet and everything.
With the
But
bracelet,
I want
yes.
a T-shirt or something.
Of course. I got you a T-shirt.
I'm small though. I'm smaller than anyone. I'm 152 pounds, 5'9", so I can't have your. Well, you wear a medium anyway, so probably that would work.
All right. 1,500. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sick and can go to FedEx today, so if you
All right,
give me a
I'll
label, I'll pack it all up. I'll take photos of everything I'm putting in, right? Complete?
Yes.
And then the FedEx address that I ship from is where I would like you to ship the new one.
Cool. All right, man. Good deal.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for everything.
Thanks. Take
All
care.
right, man.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
So, Sky Dweller sold. Give me 2 minutes. All right. Hey, this is Anthony Fair. I had a missed call from this number.
Yeah, I was calling to see if me and a buddy could get an appointment Wednesday.
Sure. What time?
How's noontime?
Yes, I will be here. I'm putting it on my schedule right now. I'll confirm with you on Wednesday that you're still coming in at noon. If anything changes, let me know. But if not, I'll see you.
We'll be
Cool.
there.
Cool. Anything in particular you're wanting to look at, or just browse?
I know my buddy. He's been dreaming of the same watch. I don't know why he hasn't bought it for 20 years. So I think he just wants a regular sub date.
Okay.
And then I've been wearing a sub forever and a day. I just want something plain, maybe like just an OP.
Okay.
Maybe black dial, white dial, something like that. Maybe with a.
On the OPs, they all come on the Oyster bracelet.
Okay, so something like that's fine. Just something simple and plain, so I don't get robbed out here.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Well, we got a pretty decent selection, so I got you down. I'll see you at noon on Wednesday.
All right, we'll see you then. I appreciate it, Anthony.
Yes, sir. Take care, man.
Okay, yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so, hey Z, I have a client that he wants this Batgirl. He has one of these pre-owned 20.
Is
He
it
said
pre-owned?
2022. He has one of the, he has a date just.
Oh, not this one.
Yeah, I'm just showing you. So he has this watch. It's a
Same watch?
2022. It's from April. He wants to trade in towards this. He wants to know. I told him what 10 trade in on this.
It's pre-owned.
His is pre-owned, but it's 2022.
9.5.
Yeah, but he wants to trade towards this. So
18.5. Bottom is 18.5 for this.
bottom is 18.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe too far off. He was wanting to be out of pocket like 7.
7, so it's 10,
I'll give him
7.
10. I'll give him 10 for this.
Yeah, 10. At least 8.
Can
If
we
you
do
do
8?
8?
Can we do 18 on
Yeah.
this?
I can
10
do
and 8.
18 on this.
And 10, and we'll pay 10 for this.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let me see what I can do. And then this is the one that he wants to trade in. So he has a 2021 date just 41. He wants to trade towards our Batgirl, but he wants to come out of pocket no more than 7 grand, and I think we're at 8, so about $1,000 off to make a deal. So I'm gonna call him and see if we can do that right now.
How's it going, Anthony?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
Okay, so I talked to Z. He actually wants to pay $95 for your date just, and our Batgirl is listed at $18,500. You're trying to be at $7,000 difference. I can get it to $8,000 difference. So it'd be me paying $10 for your date just and dropping the price of our Batgirl to $18,000, but 18 is the bottom on that.
Got it. Okay. You said the difference, so that'd be 8.
So
right?
8,000 will be the difference, yes.
How does? I'm in California, so is there a sales tax on top of that?
There is, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, Anthony. I appreciate that. Thanks for putting that deal together. For let me mull it over a little bit. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but it's a good deal. I can understand that.
Okay. I'll put these notes in there so that if you call me back today, tomorrow, whatever, I'll have some context to the conversation.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll text it over to you now. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for taking the time.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we'll see.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Is this Anthony?
This is he.
Oh, hey. How's it going?
I'm sitting here at the office. I just got your text, so I figured it'd be easier to call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those were the two watches that I was kind of, interested in recently, and just kind of curious on your thoughts on both of them. I think the Pepsi that you have, I think that was maybe yours for a while or something.
It was, yes, and we actually just sold that yesterday. But as far as both of those, you're looking at the GMT Meteorite and then the AP Offshore, like the light blue one.
Yeah.
And you said that you're looking at something as an investment piece that you can also wear. Now,
Right.
Here is my thoughts on the offshore. Offshores have never really traded over retail until this craziness we saw over the last year, the market going up as fast as it did. And what you're seeing now is all those offshores are starting to drop back down, or they have dropped back down, and many of them have dropped below retail. So the black ceramic bezels, the new titaniums, all the new 43s, all of those were trading 5, 10, 15, some of them even 20,000 over retail, and they're all back under retail now. I can't predict the future, but looking at the past, offshores are not a piece that I would recommend as a long-term investment piece. Even like this new music one, they're still trading pretty high. They're still trading in the 70s and 80s. I don't think that's going to sustain. They're limited, but they're not truly limited, like 500 pieces. But I say all that to just say offshores in general have never shown to carry a premium over the long term. The Meteorite, however, it's Rolex. It's got a special dial in it, and the thing that makes that specific sport models within Rolex hold long-term value is unique dials, limited pieces, factory stones, factory gems, stuff like that.
Sure.
So between the two, the Meteorite would be the one that would hold better value in my opinion.
Okay. Is there anything else kind of in that general price range that you might recommend?
Just within Rolex or AP?
Yeah, that's kind of what I don't know. I seem to be more drawn to those two.
I mean, you can't go wrong. You're not going to get a Meteorite with card for 50. I was just selling that real quick to get out of it, and even that was priced a little cheap for what I think it's worth. I mean, in the $50,000 to $60,000 price range, I cannot think of another Rolex sport model that's in that price range that I think has the same long-term value, because everything in that price range is, presidentials, solid gold subs, solid gold sky dwellers. I don't think any of them can compare long-term to what that Meteorite GMT would.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm definitely interested in the Pepsi. Yeah, I mean, if you happen to come across one, I'd probably be more interested in used, but in very good condition, with the paper and stuff. Yeah, if you come across one, I wouldn't mind getting an idea of kind of what the price point would look like.
Actually,
anything closer to that kind of mid-50 range would be awesome if we could find something.
You might be in luck. Trevor just handed me his phone. We've got another dealer I know has one. He's asking 55 for. So it's at February 2022. He's asking 55. If I can get that, I'll probably just mark it up 2,500. So you'd be at I'll mark it up $2,000. So you'd be at 57,000 for a 2022.
Okay, yeah, see if he has it, shoot me a text. Let me think about it. I'm actually in Vegas at the moment. There's nothing here, though, so.
Of course.
It's pretty dead, actually, watch-wise.
All right, I'll work on it right now.
Thanks.
Bye.
Cool. Bye.
All right, so when you're doing notes, so the board we started in there's going to be two different types of, you've got a spreadsheet for people looking to sell, right?
Yeah.
Well, these
Sell
are-
and buy.
Yes, now those are customers. So those are like actual clients, like this one I just sent you for that black Daytona. This is a customer, I know he has the watch. I want his name and everything recorded on there, so we have this list of all the watches I know are out there for sale. The other type is on that board whenever I put a call out for a watch. So like here's my WhatsApp groups. So I go in here, so all of these are calls that I'm putting out that I'm looking for. As dealers respond to my call and they give me prices, that's what goes on that board right there. I don't need to remember about all of them for a while because it's literally going to be today, tomorrow, whenever I find the best deal and my customer commits, then we're going to snatch that one and be done, and then all those will be erased. Here's one where I put out a call for that watch and this guy responds, I have the baguette. So I would go, I'll message him and find out what prices. He'll quote me a price in a year and everything, and then I'll screenshot that and send it to you. I'll always specify whether it's a dealer quote or it's a customer. But
Yeah.
the difference is that these are customers that have watches that they want to sell, and I'm just not ready to buy them right now. So I can go back in here and I can constantly be looking at this and remembering what all is out there. And then as we get customers that are looking for stuff, we can reference it to that. So yeah, so remind me like every day or every couple days, just show me this list so I can stay fresh on what's out there. Because I remember when people ask me for something, I forget what all I've been offered to sell. That's what that will be for.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I got your inquiry, so I shot you a message, and you're interested in my black Daytona, and you've got a two-tone sub. Is it?
I got the sub. I bought it from one of my fiance's uncles, and I got a good deal on it. But I don't like the sub. I don't like the golden stainless with the blue dial. I want a Daytona, so I want to see if I can trade that in and pay you cash for the Daytona.
Does your sub have box and papers? Well, I see the box there.
Papers, original receipt, and all the hang tags. It's $19.99.
$19.99. Is it a stainless steel clasp or is it gold?
God, I can't remember. It's like an old school clasp, but it's not like the ones I see in the picture, so it's probably an older one.
Well, they have two versions. I'd have to look. I may be able to tell by the year. I just don't know off the top of my head. But it's either going to have gold all the way around the bracelet, like even through the clasp, or you'll have like gold on the top half of the link, or on one side of the bracelet, and then gold on the other side of the bracelet, but the actual clasp part would be just stainless steel.
I think it's stainless, but I have a picture of. I took pictures of all of them because I have it in my safe deposit box. But I took pictures of them. I think it's stainless.
I want to say off the top of my head, I want to say that the non-gold clasp would be worth $6,500. And the gold clasp would be worth $7,500. Yeah, $6,500 and $7,500. So it's about $1,000 difference. And then I'm at, let me see.
34 or something for the.
I will gladly take 34. But no, I think it's.
I can't remember what you put on there. I just saw it. Me and my wife were looking. I kept telling her I want a Daytona. She's like, just buy it. I'm like, okay. You gave me the authorization to buy it. I'm gonna start shopping.
I'm at 23.5 on that one. It's a 2014. It's got the very old style card, box, booklets, and everything. And I put it in a new style. I don't have the original.
Send you the watch, or I don't know. I could come down to California if that'd be easier.
It's probably easier for you to just ship me the watch and then me ship you. The way it would work is I can provide you a shipping label to ship your watch in. I'll get it in. I need a day to have my watchmaker, since it's an older watch, check it out, check out the crystal, check out the movement, check out the bracelet, make sure everything's what I'm expecting. And as long as what it is, I'll go ahead and get you an invoice created. You wire the remaining balance in, and once that clears, I will have your watch boxed up and shipped to you.
Okay, I'll tell you what, let me run this through my wife. Give me a couple hours, and I'll just send you a text.
All right, sounds good, man.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
What's up, man?
How are you?
Doing good.
I'm Josh.
Anthony, nice to meet you.
Trip. Nice to meet you.
Anthony, nice to meet you, Trip.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad y'all came in.
You say that
What are you looking
now.
at? Do what?
You say that now. 10 minutes, you're like, get out of here.
Yeah, it's time to go, guys. 1 minute. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we.
How's y'all? Whoa. What is that?
This is, you haven't seen
Yeah, I
this?
know.
You haven't seen this? This is the new
He's
news.
got to leave.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
We're just making jokes.
Very nice meeting you, Chip.
I told him he might get some shit
Yes.
if he comes in with an Apple
Yeah,
Watch.
I mean, I've
Absolutely.
heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it.
Absolutely.
I expect nothing less.
And we don't stop today. We're going to email you tonight. We're going to set you up on a text campaign to remind you every single day.
That's the way to do
About
it. That's the way to do it.
Put you in a drip campaign.
If you're not harassing me,
just
then-
shame you about your watch.
If you're not shaming your friends into watches, or even.
Yeah, I'm just
Your
kidding.
buddies?
They're not that bad. I would just never wear one.
Yeah.
How many? Do you have another Rolex?
I do. I was just telling him my first Rolex was actually a Batman on Oyster.
Nice.
I got it back in January of 2019 from the AD. So I was like,
Damn.
I got lucky.
First one.
My first one. Yeah.
It happens. I mean, it's like very luck of the draw. But I've heard of people going in and spending $200,000-300,000 buying a bunch of bullshit and still not getting anything. And then I've heard of people walking in like, hey, I want a Daytona.
Right.
And they're like, here you go.
It depends on the dealer and kind of like
Right.
how they feel like they want to conduct their business.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some dealers that are super shady. There's some dealers that are like, no, like if you're local and it's your first time, you want to build a collection, we're happy to sell it to you.
Right. As
That-
long as you're local.
That's how fortunate I felt. Like the dealer gave me that level of service. I was like, okay, that's how it should be. For someone that's starting out, because I was lucky. Like I didn't even dream. I was like, I'm gonna try to see if I can go get one, and I was like, oh shit,
But see, you still have it, right?
Oh, 100%.
See, there's the difference. Is most people you walk in there, like even though they genuinely want the watch,
Right.
whenever you're talking about $10, $15, $20,000 profit
Right.
today for doing
Of
nothing,
course.
Yeah.
they don't care.
Of course.
Most 99% of the people will sell it.
Yeah, I mean the profit motive is there, and I mean now these have become like asset classes, and so I totally get it. And like if I ever find myself in a situation where things went crazy, lost my job, economy's in a depression, and
You
I
can sell it same
needed
day.
to liquidate it,
Yeah.
I know I can do that. But like, I mean, I got like 9 watches in my little collection I've been building, and like that first Rolex was like felt like my grail watch. But I wanted to come here because I've been following you guys since your time in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, and when you
Nice,
moved
nice.
over to Beverly Hills, I was like, dude, we got a 12:30. I want to go in and
Pop in and say hi real quick.
go on, say hi, and check out your inventory, because I was telling him the next one I'd like to get is the Pepsi on Jubilee.
So you're the Batman on Oyster, then you go Pepsi. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of
Nice.
where I got my target pegged.
The Pepsi grew on me. And in the beginning, I didn't like it. And then I got a year ago, I bought a white gold GMT meteorite Pepsi,
that's a sick
where it came in as inventory. And I was like, damn, I really, really like that. And I started,
Keep it off the shelf for a minute.
well, I started wearing it and I fell in love with it and I just kept it.
Yeah.
But because of that meteorite dial, that's what got me drawn to actually liking the Pepsi. Now I like the Pepsi. Before I didn't,
Right.
for whatever reason, the red
Yeah.
and blue didn't do it for me. But I had a Batgirl for a while and I loved it. What's a realistic timeline on you looking at being able to get one of those?
Probably, I'd like this to be a Christmas gift
Okay.
between me and my wife. She kind of knows I have this on my radar
Okay.
for a while, so that's kind of,
You might be in luck too, because like generally, and I've said this a bunch, generally the fourth quarter of every year is when prices jump up
that's
for.
what we were just talking about. Yeah.
They jump up for the holiday season, but I don't know what's going to happen. We won't know until Christmas gets here. I know what I want to happen, but my fear is that people, the watch market took a dip back in April,
Yeah.
and people, anything you owned that you'd bought within a year
Right.
of April, you lost money on.
Yeah.
And so people have lost so much money on pieces. My fear is that everyone's thinking the same thing. I'm just going to hold off and hold off and hold off and wait till right before Christmas and sell.
Right.
And then everyone's going to dump their stuff on the market at the same time. So prices are going to drop. On a selling level, that sucks because
Yeah.
prices dip. For a buyer's perspective, being that we're in a bear market now,
Yeah.
for buyers it'll be great because you'll be able to get stuff cheaper in December than you actually can right now.
Yeah.
Now that's if that happens. It shouldn't happen that way, but I have a fear that it's going to. And the only reason I say that is because for every piece that I do get actually brought in from people wanting to sell right now, I have 2 or 3 clients that say I'm just going to wait a couple more months till prices go up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've got more people, I have more clients holding stuff than
Yeah.
letting it go right now
Right.
to see if prices continue to go up.
Does
So
that benefit you though, as a watch retailer, to be able to sit there on that time and be like, cool, well, I'm going to go and clean up a lot of product, fill a lot of gaps of my retail shelves of things that I might be missing at a lower price?
it's back and forth. Like consignment inventory, like I'm heavy in consignment stuff. I own a good portion of it, but I'm heavy in consignment. The benefit for consignment is whether prices go up or down, I'm not losing.
Yeah, you're good.
If I buy a bunch of inventory right now, which I'd say like, I don't know, 30% of the pieces in here I own, and some of the stuff I own is bigger pieces. If I hold those until Christmas and then prices dip, obviously I lose.
Yeah.
Which is why we try to focus on volume right now.
Yeah.
If I were just 100% consignment, then it wouldn't matter to me what happens.
Yeah.
Market goes up, market goes down. It doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
The only issue is that if, the one caveat is you bring a piece into me and I say this should sell at $20,000. Let's consign it at 20 grand. And then the market drops. Then I'm just like, look, it's worth 18. But then you're like, well, you told me 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 20 when I told you that. That was based on what I'm seeing. But if I tell you 20 today and the market's we're still in this uncertain time, someone's got to be willing to pay 20. It's what it's worth. It's what comps show. It's what dealers are quoting. But I can't make consumers buy. Yeah. That's the only hard part about the market fluctuating like this when I have a bunch of consignment stuff.
Which pieces right now are I guess maintaining the most value? At least over the last
Daytona's
6-month trend.
You can't do 6 months. You got to do 2
2 months?
because April to August was just all over the place. August and September, and then parts of October, we started to see like Batmans and Batgirls. Batgirls are holding. Ceramic Daytonas have started, like they've stopped dropping.
Right.
And they're starting to they're not like going up, but they're not going down.
Right.
There's stuff like Starbucks that are still going down. Sub dates are still going down. James Camerons surprisingly have held well. Sky Dwellers have all come down a lot.
Really?
Yeah. This yellow gold one was selling for high 40s back in February, March, and I've got it 2021 for 35 and I can't sell it, which is under retail. Date just have all, for the most part, like back in January, February, every date just, whether it was a smooth steel bezel or a white gold fluted, were all trading 3,000-4,000 over retail. Now they've kind of come down to anything on an oyster bracelet's right at retail. Anything with a Jubilee is, you know, slightly over retail, but just under retail plus tax.
So they've now gotten to a place where they're flat on price for what you could get at an AD.
Right.
But the problem is
you still can't get them from the AD.
Yeah, most people still can't get it.
You
from
still
the
can't
AD.
get them from the AD. Presidentials, all the yellow gold prezes are pretty much at retail, if not some. Maybe is a white Roman going under retail or no? Okay, so they're all like they're all right at or right over retail. I gotta go make a phone call. I'm gonna let y'all talk for a minute.
Yeah, no,
and then
appreciate
I'll
the
come
time,
back out.
Anthony, yeah.
I'll come back out and say bye before y'all leave.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Meet you.
We'll work on that.
Yep. I'm already, and unfortunately, I'm already looking harder than I should. So
That's all good, man.
don't worry, we'll connect for you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
We'll get out of here.
You as well, Anthony. Thank you.
Ooh, it's Snoopy. I think they come with a bracelet, right? He said.
Let's see. Yeah, it should have a bracelet in there. Underneath.
How much you asking this for?
23.
23, 5, with the factory bracelet.
Well, that's good looking.
Oh,
I like the rose. I like the rose version of this. 126331, I believe. I think 126331, two-tone rose gold, Wimbledon on oyster. 2022. Is this new? I think this is new. So tell me, what kind of pieces are you interested in? What kind do you have?
So I'm currently just Panerai.
Okay.
But Iz has been looking for a sub.
Okay.
date for,
Sub date.
Forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Where is that? We have like 2 or 3 of them. Have you tried one on before or anything? Never?
Are they both new?
Yes.
They are.
This one's new. They are both new, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, cool thing about the subs is what I just adjusted on the bottom.
Okay.
They have a glide, an easy glide function, so you can pull that down, make it bigger, make it smaller.
I see.
Throughout the day. The ideal behind it is if you want to take this and you want to actually go dive, you don't have to, old days you'd have to take links out to make it fit over your dive suit. Now you just slide it like that. Practical application for today is throughout the day your wrist will swell up due to water intake, salt intake, hot or cold temperatures. And so in the morning, you'll notice that your watch fits looser. You can tighten it up. Throughout the day, it'll start to get tight. Just adjust it real quick on the fly, makes it looser.
He's in the ocean all day. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Diving,
Oh, you do
free
that?
diving,
Nice.
spear fishing.
No kidding, dude. I commend that. I realize my lungs are not worth much because I went not spear fishing, but I went with a guy in Catalina Island about a month ago, and he was doing spear fishing. I was just diving down to watch, and you get down a little bit, and my lungs aren't used to it.
Yeah.
So
I just sink.
he would go down there. I would go in, and I'd be underwater for 15 seconds and have to get back up.
Yeah.
And he would go down there for 2-3 minutes on one breath. And I was just like, I don't know how you do that. So
They just relax. The whole thing is about just trying to relax.
Really?
If you start thinking about a great white shark, you start thinking about other things like that, forget about it.
then you're
Coming down 15 seconds later too.
Really?
So, yeah. Biggest
It's just
thing
the
for me-
pressure that I haven't gotten used to.
Yeah. You start getting a little bit deeper. So you start feeling that pressure. You start feeling the temperature too starts to change.
Right.
But my biggest thing is my ears. I ruptured my ear 3 times already. But I can't get it out of my system. I love it. I'll still continue doing it.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
So this is nice.
Yeah, so this is the new model. It's a reference 126610. They just came out with it last year. updated movement. It's 41 millimeters,
Okay.
where the old ones were 40 millimeters.
What's the difference between the newer dated cards and the less dated cards? Why is a March worth more than a
Warranty. So with Rolex, you get a 5-year warranty. Not that you should really ever need it, but that's the only benefit. A watch that's from 2021 versus 2022, we're going to charge $500 to $1,000 more simply because this one has more warranty left on it.
I like the watch. I like the bezel. I like the simplicity behind it. I've been buying Rolex for a long time.
It's a 14.5 brand new. September, you got you got a full 5-year warranty.
Yeah.
And then
well, I like it. It's black, simple, stainless. I got my black and white outfit on to go to match, right?
That's what I wear every. That's what I wear every day.
So this will be the perfect match. So
you want it?
I like it. So yeah.
We take cash, credit card,
We do
bank
cash.
wire. We do cash, credit card, bank wire. Cool.
Sure. That was easy.
Yep.
There are deals that take days, weeks, months sometimes.
Well, this deal's
to
taking
finally get
about
it
20
done.
years.
Yeah.
I've been debating about buying Rolex for like 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, I've had opportunities, but I just never really wanted to pull the trigger. I always find a way to use the money somewhere else. And
That's the good way to do it, though.
So now this is the perfect time. So
It's good that you do it like that. I bought last year in 2021. I purchased 22 watches for myself. Most of them were impulse. None of them were ever. The only one that I actually planned on buying was my Rainbow Daytona, and I did it more in the sense of I sold like 8 of the other watches that I had impulsively bought.
right.
The problem with buying impulsively is I said when I had that collection I'm never going to sell it. Sold everything. Something comes up, I need money. I sold my business there. I wanted to relocate here and try it all new, so I had no emotional attachment to them. So the difference now is that even if something does come up, you'll think about it long and hard before you go get rid of this or sell it or trade it because you held off and tied it to an emotional attachment.
Right,
so
right.
that's cool.
So yeah, I'm super stoked, super excited.
Cool. Well, let's get some information from you and we'll get it.
This is the box and card. Yeah.
Box and cart. Okay, so there you go. September 26, 2022. Box papers. This is the actual watch.
Okay. So you say you can it just sizes
I can
up,
size. I can here. What I can do is I'll size it to you right now. All of them. I'll take one link out. That way it'll give you some room to adjust that clasp.
Okay.
That's
It wouldn't
easy.
be too tight. It'll be kind of
Nope.
nice, like you said.
No, that's the good thing is you see this is how big it gets with all those links.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that's way too much. So I'll take one link out just to give you a little bit of flexibility so that throughout the day you can adjust it up or down based on how it fits on your wrist.
Love it.
And that's easy. That takes me just a couple minutes. So,
Sweet. Well, thank you very much.
yes, sir. So this is Commando dial?
California dial.
California, yeah.
See California inside there.
Oh, okay. I never noticed that before. I sold one of these back, I want to say, about a year ago.
Okay.
And it came in on a brown calfskin.
I have that.
And I was just like, that is the coolest looking
Isn't it
dial.
cool?
I like it on the gray though.
Yeah.
That's different. I haven't seen it on that strap
I have
yet.
a gray leather too and a black leather and then the calfskin. I've never had it in the calfskin though. These Aura straps, what are they called?
Yeah, Horace. Yeah,
Such a nice strap.
that looks good.
Yep.
So you're wanting a Tiffany,
Yep, I want Tiffany,
but don't want to pay Tiffany price.
I don't want to pay Tiffany price, but I think that's a 41. I think
It
it's
is.
It's too small.
As far as the size of the watch,
My wrist is too big.
coming from
I
wearing
know.
a Panerai, like everything's gonna feel small. I mean, even if you put on a date just 41, a Milgauss, anything, it's gonna be.
It's gonna feel small.
The only Rolex I think you're gonna be able to put on, if
Sky
you're using Sky, maybe what about Sea Dwellers? Sea Dweller, 43 mil. They've got there's 3 options for that one. You've got, do you do two-tone or no?
No.
No, all steel. So you got 2 options. You can do the 43 millimeter Sea Dweller. So you can do the SD43, or you can do the James Cameron.
I think I like the James better.
I think you'll like this.
I think I
I
like
think
that
you'll like this better though, and it's got some color. I
think
love
I've always liked that.
love the dial of the James Cameron. It's just
Yeah.
too big for me.
And it'll work out when I'm 10,000 feet under the sea.
12,000.
12,000.
When you go walk the bottom, when you're going to go meditate on the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Well, that's what we do out here.
How you like that?
That's better.
Like
That's
that?
a nice bezel. That's a nice size.
I wish they had that. I mean, I wish they would make that in a 43, or just make it smaller, because I love that dial. It's just too big for me to wear. Yeah. So the difference in these, that's the earlier reference. This is the later reference, and the difference is the bracelet. So the bracelet on this one is much thinner than on this one.
Yep.
So people originally didn't like this one because they said the head felt too big for the bracelet that it came on, so they updated it and came with this one.
But as far as utilitarian, like, this is only going to work, like you said, if I'm on the bottom of the ocean, or I have it taped to a sub or something like that.
Then you're good.
Then we're good. Besides that, it's only going to tell time.
Beside that, it tells times. And the bezel, and you can measure your dive
great.
compression.
Yeah.
August 2020. Okay. 15.5.
Well, I don't love it.
Don't love it?
No.
Okay.
I just need something with a bigger face.
Bigger face. What else do I have? Skydweller?
How about this? Yeah, Skydweller would be great.
The only one I have here is a yellow gold. Have you tried it on before?
No.
You haven't? Try it on for the size, just to see if you like the size.
Oh, the size is perfect.
You like it?
Yeah.
So that comes in stainless steel with a black, blue, or white dial. Yeah, you can do it on this Oyster bracelet, or you can do it on a Jubilee bracelet.
Is this just
This is an Oyster Flex strap. So the rubber strap, they call it the Oyster Flex. It only comes on precious metal models, so you can get it in yellow gold, rose gold, or white gold. Price point on now do you want new, or do you care if it's you want new? Which bracelet do you like better? Do you like the Oyster or the Jubilee?
I like the Jubilee now.
Okay. 27, 28 for Jubilee, 25, 26 for Oyster for blue dial.
Okay.
For black and white dial, what are we looking at? Like, so 22 brand new. So that's the blue dial.
Oh, I like it better on the other one.
That?
I like it better like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
So Oyster.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do blue dial and Oyster. You can do blue dial, I'm sorry, white dial or black dial.
I like that better.
Like that?
Yeah.
About 22?
22, 23.
New?
22.
Brand new?
New.
Yeah. That I would take a deposit, I would get it. We have it overnight.
Yep.
Once I take a deposit to find it, I quote you a price. Well, first I will find the watch,
Yep.
quote you a price.
Yep.
You say yes, get it, leave me a deposit. I'll find it, it'll be here the next day.
Nice.
Send you an invoice, bank wire, cash, credit card, whatever.
Nice.
As soon as it's paid for, you pick it up.
You carry yourself like very maturely, so I forget.
Say that again? What did you say?
I was in high school during the pandemic. Yeah, so I was in junior year, and it was our winter session, and then we got 2 weeks off of school, and they told us we were coming back, and then I was a senior coming back in spring. So, and looking to sew. What's a VC56?
It's Vacheron Constantine.
How much are they?
I mean, it depends. Like, that's probably like 40 to 50.
So should I email this guy and ask him for images and details?
Yeah.
Because he also is looking for this watch. So I don't know if he wants to trade it and have like a cash balance, or just ask him.
Yeah, it looks like he's wanting to trade his VC towards. We just sold our Ballon Blue.
I have to put these in the safe. They're just duplicates.
Oh, here,
I'm
put them on
switching
these.
out the watches.
Put them on these. I want to fill up the thing. So
There's a couple more in the safe.
I just pulled them out. All right, that safe.
No, this one.
Oh, there it is. I just pulled them all out.
Well, there wasn't a space. It was just. I think it was just one more. I think it was just the OP. That one.
Oh, okay.
One of the little
Yeah,
OPs in there. That's it. Cool.
I got these. I feel like I have these every day.
Andrea, you wanna
Snacks
bring
here.
your laptop in here?
Keeping us healthy and happy.
That's not healthy.
Yes, it is.
Nuts are super healthy.
Let me see the ingredients.
I got those. Full of omega-3s.
Yeah, it's all organic. Organic cranberries, organic sugar, organic sunflower. This is amazing for you.
I know it's healthy because any of you little fat bitches eat it.
Active campaign. I wonder why it's. Oh, I guess it's because you're logged in on your mine. I don't know. Somehow it's saying that. So, client, is that what you're writing? Client as a contact on HubSpot? Okay. I mean that works.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna do it on the one that I was just doing.
Okay, and then see if it goes through?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Might be very cute.
That's the candle?
Red Seagull candle?
Yeah, that's the vanilla-y one. I'm gonna go buy more of those
I
tonight.
like the one that Andrea has too. It's like a.
I don't like that one. Smells like a grandma candle.
So do you guys want BLT?
Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. The feedback we're getting from keeping it right here in the office, from getting straight to the deals, showing more customer interactions, actually having more customers in the store this week was pretty awesome. So I'm glad you guys are liking that. Couple of announcements. One that I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, TikTok. We are going to start doing a day in the life every single day for the next year, kind of showing life here inside the office, life outside the office, travel, whatever. A little bit more of the entertainment stuff that seems a little bit more appropriate off of YouTube given the current format. Also, for the sake of time, you know, TikTok videos are 30 seconds up to, I believe, 3 minutes. I think we can film enough and get a cool little cut of our day put on there, easy to watch, quick. You guys can follow every single day. So make sure you guys hop on over and follow us on TikTok at The Timepiece Gentleman and just see how you like it. We'll see if the format works. Other announcements. Today is officially the last day for the consignment contest that we've been running for the last 2 months to win a 114060 no-date Submariner. So as of the time of this filming, it's actually Friday. Today is Monday that you are seeing this video, so the contest ends today. We'll be drawing the winner next week, so stay tuned at the end of next week's video to find out who won. We're gonna do another contest this next month. I'm gonna spend the weekend thinking about what it is, and I will announce it in next week's video. I'm not sure whether it's gonna be consignments. I'm not sure whether it's gonna be sharing YouTube videos. I don't know. I'll let you guys know in the next one. The last announcement I have is merch. Merch is in its final stage of productions, and we've got about a 30-day timeline to have it shipped over to us. So I'm hoping to have that by the end of November, ready for sale first week of December. So stay tuned for that, guys. In next week's video, I do plan to open up merch for pre-orders. If I can get my website up and get the payment portal and everything set up in time, we will open that up for pre-orders. I have black and white hoodies, black and white t-shirts. I've got 1,000 black, 1,000 white, and 2,500 t-shirts, and it's gonna be a first come, first serve basis. So when I do open those pre-orders up, it will be a first come, first serve basis. Once they are out, they will be sold out for at least 3 more months until I can order another batch of those guys. So pay attention to that. We'll have links, and you know, we'll talk about it in next week's video. So, all right guys, so if you're still loving the content, make sure you like the videos, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you hit the little bell so you're notified every week when we post. We post every Monday morning at 8 o'clock, and we have announcements at the end of the video. So guys, see you next week.